Today we're going to start a brand new series. The series is going to go for almost 6 months. There's going to be a new bass lesson every 2 weeks, and I want you guys to be a part of it. It's completely free. Each lesson is going to come with a handwritten PDF. Now, I'm not taking this from the very beginning. I'm not going to teach you the names of the strings and stuff like that. There's plenty of videos already with that stuff if you want to check that out. But what I'm going to go over in this course, what I think to be the most important fundamentals to know as not just a bass player, but a musician. I've paid tens and thousands of dollars for music education, whether it be I did a Bachelor of Music at Newcastle University or the private tuition that I still undertake today. And I can tell you that all the teaching methods all lead back to a few fundamentals that I'm going to share with you. If you're watching this on YouTube, there'll be a PDF available on my Facebook page, the Marxon Bass channel. It'll be in the comments section of the video. Okay, so to begin, we're going to play a major 7 chord. In particular, we're going to do C major 7. C, E, G, B. Now this chord's just derived from the C major scale. We just play every other note. So C, skip the D, play the E, skip the F, play the G, skip the A, play the B, and then we're back to square one. Now, just to get this under our fingers and in all 12 keys, the easiest way, not the best way, but the easiest way is to move it up a semitone at a time. So we have a C major 7, and then we can play a C sharp major 7, just moving up a semitone at a time. D major 7, D sharp major 7, E major 7, F major 7, F sharp major 7, G major 7, G sharp major 7, A major 7, A sharp major 7, B major 7, C major 7, back to square one. Now you can play these ascending and descending. You can play these descending. But the point is to get these under your fingers, play them slowly, make sure every note is true, that your tone is exactly how you want it, and that each note is clear. So every day for the next 2 weeks, I want you to play your major 7 chord ascending and descending up and down the neck. Whatever speed you want is up to you. But I do suggest take these ultra slowly. All the great players I know who can play blistering speed all practice slowly. The next one we are going to do is we're going to change one note. We're now going to play C, E, G. We're going to flatten the 7th, okay, and we're going to play a B flat. And that's going to give us a 7 chord. So I'm not going to get deep into the theory behind any of this stuff. All we're going to know is that this is a C major 7, light and airy and kind of happy. That's how I think of it, if we play it together. This dominant 7 chord, or just 7 chord, in particular we're playing C7, that's got a particular sound to it as well. I think it's kind of funky, it's unresolved, but it's got a quality to it. So I just want you to use your ears and listen to what they sound like to you, and for you to be able to play them in all 12 keys in one single fingering. So what we're going to do is C7, right, then C sharp 7, D7, and then E7, F7, F sharp 7. I'll just get through this. G7, G sharp 7, A7, B flat 7, B7, back to C. The same principle applies with the dominant 7 chord. We can play it descending, or we could ascend but still descend the actual pattern. But I want you to know what the chord's name is. Now, something I do when I'm not in any particular key, if I'm descending, I think of flats. If I'm ascending, I think of sharps. It's good to know the name, like that's B flat as well as it's A sharp. That's called enharmonic spelling. It just means it sounds exactly the same, but it's got 2 different names. So make sure that you know all the enharmonic spellings of the chords, because that's going to come in handy later on. Okay, so for the last one, we're going to change one more note from the dominant 7 chord, and we're going to play C, E flat, G, B flat, C. Now you might find this stretch a little bit difficult below the 5th fret. You can play it here if you like. If you just shift your hand and take your time, it's not really a problem. But generally speaking, when we're down this area of the bass, we're going to play like this. Okay, so the same principle applies here. We're going to play a C minor 7, then we're going to play a C sharp minor 7, D minor 7, so on and so forth, D sharp minor 7, E minor 7. And we just do that up and down each day for 2 weeks. So we've got the major 7, we've got the dominant 7, or just the 7 as it's written, and the minor 7. So there's 3 chord qualities. Now there are other chords, there's diminished chords, there's augmented chords, there's sus chords, but with these 3 particular chords, there's so much music that you can play. These are your bread and butter. 90% of your chords are going to be these chords. So that's your homework for the next 2 weeks. We've just got the major 7, we've got the dominant 7, or just the 7 as it's written, and the minor 7 in all 12 keys in one simple finger pattern. Now I know that we just didn't reinvent the wheel, but we're not trying to, okay? We're taking things from a place that are gonna make musical sense. Stick with me for 6 months. Take the 6-month challenge. I'm telling you, no matter where you're at with your playing, doing these exercises and following the curriculum is going to make you a better musician. Well, I hope that you guys dug that. I'll see you guys again in 2 weeks. Make sure that you do the work and then we can continue from here. This lesson was brought to you by Thomas Vinci Strings, and I'll see you next time.